Today, your angels bring a message that goes straight to your heart. They know that you have been feeling this absence, this distance, like a silent weight that often squeezes your chest. Sometimes it feels like it's so far away, almost unreachable, and the moments of silence between you seem longer than ever. But what you may not know is that behind this distance, there is a feeling growing stronger and stronger, something that she cannot ignore, no matter how hard she tries. The love she feels for you continues to blossom, even though circumstances have created a barrier between you. The angels want you to understand that this physical or emotional distance separating you two is not a reflection of the intensity of his feelings. On the contrary, this separation has allowed him to reflect, look inside, and confront feelings that he used to avoid. Each day away from you has been a silent proof of how much you mean to him. Even if he is not present as you would like, the memories, the conversations, and the moments you shared continue to fill him in a way he may have never experienced before. There is something deep and powerful happening within him. It's as if, with every thought of you, something in him changes. He is reliving every moment, every word exchanged, and it awakens in him a mixture of longing and desire. A desire to be close, to feel your presence, to look into your eyes again. But at the same time, there is something holding him back, an internal struggle that he tries to overcome, but that makes him hesitate. And this struggle is not about what he feels for you, but about his own fears and insecurities that he carries. You may not realize it, but your energy has a huge impact on his life. Your presence, even from afar, is like a light that guides his thoughts in moments of darkness. He misses you, feels that something is incomplete without you around. The angels reveal that this separation has served as a catalyst, a push for him to confront his own feelings in a way he never has before. And no matter how hard he tries to resist, his heart cannot ignore what he is feeling. He knows that, in some way, you have changed his life. Ever since you entered his world, nothing has been the same. The way he sees love, how he understands emotional connections, all of this has been transformed because of the depth of the relationship you have built. And even though he may not be able to express it in words, he is deeply aware that what he feels for you is unique. He can no longer deny that, in you, he has found something he has never felt before. This distance then becomes a kind of silent proof. A proof that true love, even when faced with separation, can continue to grow. The universe, through the angels, is working to align your paths, and this phase of distance is part of that process. It may seem difficult now, and the wait may be painful, but the angels are saying that this journey is not in vain. With each passing day, he is being internally prepared to reconnect with you in a deeper and more meaningful way. The angels ask you to have patience. They know how challenging this wait can be, how much your heart desires a clear answer, a sign that everything will be okay. But they also want you to know that divine timing is at work. It needs this space to organize its feelings, to face its fears and uncertainties, and to fully recognize what it feels for you. Sometimes, distance is necessary for the heart to understand what it truly wants. And it undoubtedly wants you. Now that you understand that his heart is deeply connected to yours, it is important for us to delve even deeper into the inner struggle he faces. Your angels want you to know that, although he tries to hide his feelings, the truth is that he is in a constant battle with his own emotions. On one side, there is the burning desire to fully surrender to this love. On the other, there is fear, a fear that he often can't even explain. This fear is not about you, nor about what you have together. It is a reflection of the wounds he carries, scars from past experiences that have made him doubt his ability to surrender again. Perhaps he has been hurt before, perhaps he has trusted and been disappointed, and this has created barriers that he still struggles to break down. The angels reveal that he is going through a healing process, something that does not happen overnight but is essential for him to fully open up. This is a phase where he needs to deal with his shadows, those parts of himself that he avoids facing. And that is exactly why the distance may seem confusing. He distances himself because, sometimes, he does not know how to deal with the intensity of what he feels. The love he has for you is so strong, so deep, that it scares him. He fears losing control, fears that by surrendering, he may relive old pains that haunt him. But the angels want you to know that this is a necessary process. He needs time. Time to find himself, to understand what he truly feels, and above all, to realize that this love doesn't have to be a source of pain but rather of healing. And you, without even realizing, are already helping him on this journey. Your patience, your understanding, and the space you are giving him are exactly what he needs right now. As difficult as it may be to wait, the angels ask you to trust the divine plan. They are working behind the scenes for him to overcome his insecurities and come back to you with a more open heart, more ready to love. You may have noticed that, even when he pulls away, there are moments when he comes closer unexpectedly. Perhaps he sends a message, like something on your social media, or even speaks in a casual way. These moments are small signs that, no matter how hard he tries to fight against what he feels, the love he has for you continues to bring him back. He can't stay completely away because something inside him pulls him towards you. The angels say that these small actions, however simple they may seem, are his ways of trying to maintain a connection with you. He may not be ready to fully open up, but he can't let go of the bond you share. And with each gesture, however subtle, he is testing his own emotional waters, trying to figure out how far he can go without feeling too vulnerable. He is slowly opening up his heart to let you in. At this moment, the angels want you to keep your light shining. They know that this situation requires patience, but they also want you to remember to take care of yourself. Often, when we deeply love someone, it's easy to get lost in the desire to heal the other, to do everything in our power to help them. But your angels remind you that you also need self-care balance. The more connected you are to your own inner strength, the more you will be able to help this person you love so much. He sees you as a safe harbor, someone who brings calm to the chaos he carries within himself. And this security is something he deeply values, even if he doesn't know how to express it. But for you to continue being that source of light for him, you also need to be balanced. Your angels are by your side, whispering words of comfort and guiding your steps. They want you to know that, no matter what happens, you are strong, you are loved, and you deserve to be happy. On the other hand, he is going through a transformation. It may seem slow, but he is changing. Every thought of you, every memory, every dream he has with you is a part of this healing process. He is realizing that the love he feels for you is not something that can be controlled or ignored. And the more he tries to resist, the stronger this feeling becomes. The angels say that at the right moment, he will realize that it's futile to fight against what is meant to be. His heart is being guided back to you, but he needs to face his own demons before taking that step. And you, with your patience and unconditional love, are creating the perfect environment for that to happen. Keep trusting in divine timing. He misses you more than you imagine, and when he's ready, you will see how necessary this whole process was for the love between you two to flourish in a full and true way. As days go by and this physical or emotional distance persists, it is crucial that you know time is on your side. The angels reveal that this momentary separation, painful as it may be, is allowing him to deal with his internal wounds in a way that wouldn't be possible if you were together at this exact moment. The truth is, for this relationship to flourish in a healthy and fulfilling way, he needs to go through this healing process. And you, even from a distance, are an essential part of this transformation. What you may not know is how much he reflects on both of you. Even when silence seems to be the only answer, your presence remains vivid in his thoughts. He wonders what you're doing, how you're coping with all of this, and questions whether you also feel the same longing as he does. He revisits moments you've shared and tries to imagine a future where this distance no longer exists. However, at the same time, he grapples with his insecurities, his fears of not being good enough, of not being able to be the person you deserve. That's precisely why this pause is so necessary. Your angels explain that he needs time to strengthen himself internally, to believe that he deserves this love, that he can be a partner worthy of everything you have built and will build together. The idea of coming back to you without having resolved his internal issues scares him. He fears that if he returns too soon, he may repeat past mistakes, get lost in the same insecurities, and end up hurting both of you. He desires to come back to you, but he wants to do it the right way. He doesn't want your love to be a repetition of old stories, where fear and doubt take over. He wants to offer his best self, and for that, he needs to go through this phase of self-reflection and healing. He needs to feel complete before fully surrendering to you. At this moment, the angels ask you to keep the faith. They understand that the wait can be distressing, that there are days where the silence seems unbearable, but they assure you that you are not alone in this process. The universe is working to align your hearts, and this pause, however hard it may be, is part of the plan. Every thought he has about you, every memory, is a seed being planted, and at the right time, these seeds will bloom into something even more beautiful than you can imagine. For now, you are being called to trust, to keep being the light you have always been, even in moments when everything seems uncertain. Your role in this process is of utmost importance because, even without realizing, your energy continues to impact his life. The way you handle this situation, with patience, compassion, and faith, is directly influencing the pace of his healing. The more you keep your light shining, the more he is drawn to that energy. The angels also want you to know that he often feels frustrated for not being able to progress at the speed he would like. He feels the pressure to come back to you, to take the step his heart desires, but something always holds him back. He doesn't know how to explain it, but the truth is that something is fear. A deep fear of not being ready, of failing, of not being able to sustain the love you share. And this is where you come in. Not to carry that burden for him, but to show, through your love and understanding, that he doesn't need to be perfect. That the love you both have is strong enough to endure imperfections, fears, and uncertainties. Your angels show that once he realizes that this love doesn't require perfection, but authenticity and surrender, he will start to lower his guard. He will begin to understand that with you, he can be vulnerable, that he doesn't need to hide his weaknesses, as you are someone who loves him exactly as he is. As he navigates through this healing process, it is crucial that you also focus on yourself. Often, we become so focused on waiting for the other person to heal, wanting them to heal, that we forget to look at our own needs. Your angels remind you that you also have your own journey. Love is a two-way street, and for it to be whole, both sides need to be balanced. So while he works on himself, you also have the opportunity to strengthen your own light. Look within and ask yourself, what makes me happy? What do I need to feel fulfilled? How can I take better care of myself while waiting for him? These questions are important because the more you take care of yourself, the more prepared you will be to receive the love he has to offer when he is ready. And make no mistake, that moment is approaching. The angels want you to visualize this future. A future where he, after having gone through this healing journey, comes back to you with an open heart, ready to love unconditionally. They show an image of the two of you together, building a life based on trust, on a love that is not perfect but deeply true. A love that has withstood time, distance, and adversities, and has emerged stronger from it all. This vision is real, and within your reach. But for now, it is necessary for both of you to continue on the path of healing, patience, and faith. The angels are with you, guiding each step, and want you to know that your love is protected, even when circumstances seem to say otherwise. Now that you understand the depth of this journey, both for him and for you, it is important to remember that this whole process does not happen by chance. The angels are showing that the love that unites you two is unique, and your connection goes beyond what the eyes can see. There is a spiritual bond between you that transcends time and space, and it is precisely this connection that is guiding both towards healing and personal growth. Have you noticed how, even in the most difficult phases, something inside you insists on not giving up? Even when doubt arises and silence weighs heavily, there is a part of your heart that knows, without a shadow of a doubt, that this love is real. The angels are reminding you that this intuition is not by chance. They are sending signals that this story is not over yet, that something grand is being prepared for both of you. And this truth can be felt in every sign that the universe puts in your path, a song that plays, an unexpected message, or even dreams you have of him. These signs are reminders that, despite the distance, there is a greater force uniting you. And most importantly, with each step you take towards individual healing, you are getting closer to the union you both desire. However, the angels also want you to understand that this union will not be forced. It will happen naturally, in the right time, and will be the result of the effort and growth of both. Therefore, they ask you not to let yourself be consumed by anxiety. It's easy to get lost in questions. When will he come back? Will it work out? Does he still think of me? These thoughts, as understandable as they may be, can take you away from the peace you deserve. The angels ask you to trust. Trust in divine timing. Trust in the plan that the universe has for you both. Everything is unfolding as it should, and you are exactly where you need to be. At this very moment, he is also reflecting. His angels show that, during this period of distance, he is being confronted with his greatest truths. There is a clarity emerging within him, a clarity he didn't have before. He is starting to realize that the love he feels for you is unlike any other he has ever experienced. He feels that you are the person who can bring peace to his heart, but he also feels the weight of the responsibilities that this truth carries. He knows that, to come back to you wholeheartedly, he needs to be ready. And this preparation involves facing old fears, releasing resentments, and accepting that true love requires surrender, trust, and above all, vulnerability. He is slowly learning that there is no shame in being vulnerable, in lowering defenses, and letting someone see his most fragile parts. And with time, he will understand that with you, he doesn't need to hide because you love him exactly as he is. The angels want you to visualize the moment when this barrier will be completely torn down. They show that, when this happens, he will approach you with a new energy, with a renewed heart and ready to build something solid. This will be the moment when he will finally see how patient you have been, how much you believed in this love, and he will be eternally grateful for it. This will be the beginning of a new phase for both of you, a phase where fear will be replaced by trust, and where the distance will be just a distant memory. But until that moment arrives, you need to keep your light shining. And not just for him, but for yourself as well. Your angels want you to remember that self-love is the greatest gift you can give yourself. The more you love yourself, the more prepared you will be to receive the love he has to offer you. And by taking care of yourself, by nurturing yourself with kindness, you are at the same time preparing the way for him to come back to you in the right way. Your angels are saying that even on days when everything seems uncertain, the love you have for each other continues to grow. He may be far away now, but believe me, every thought of him about you nourishes this love in a way that he cannot yet express. It is as if, every day, his heart is being shaped, prepared to receive you back. And when that moment arrives, you will realize that all the effort, all the waiting, and all the patience will have been worth it. The angels reveal that the love between you serves a higher purpose, beyond just being together. You were brought into each other's path to heal deep wounds, to help each other grow, and to learn the true meaning of surrender. And that is exactly what is happening now, even if it is not visible at the moment. In the end, you will realize that this journey was necessary. You will not only reconnect as two people who love each other, but as two souls who have grown and strengthened through distance and challenges. The love you will build will be much deeper than before because it will be based on a mutual understanding of everything you have gone through to get here. Trust, the universe is guiding you. His love for you has not stopped growing, even from a distance. And when he is ready, he will come back, and that love will be stronger, truer, and more lasting than you could imagine. Allow your spirit to absorb these words and feel them resonate deeply within you. The universe wishes the best for you and will ensure a positive outcome, no matter what your choice may be. Type, I absorb, receive, and accept my destiny and all that the universe has to offer me. To claim this message and the blessings it contains for yourself. Leave a positive comment for other viewers who may need a boost of positivity in their day. The universe sees this as an act of kindness. Let's lift each other up and create waves of good energy together.